Hello, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. This is the Doctor's Notes podcast by Doc's Castle Media, a podcast created to share the notes of one of my favorite reality shows ever, Big Brother USA, and I'm your host, Doc. I'm here to talk BB perspective from Doc's point of view. So here we go. Today's podcast is about the first episode of Big Brother. It aired. I'm recording this the next morning because, I didn't want to record it right after the show went off. I had to rewatch the show anyway because, my grandmother, I watched it over my grandmother's house last night, and my son was talking through the show. My mother was talking, my grandma was talking. I really didn't know anything that was going on as far as when it came to the characters, or I don't know why I want to keep calling people characters, or whatever was going on with the cast. I didn't know what was going on with the competitions. I didn't know what was the twist or nothing because everybody was talking. So I didn't really get a chance to really pay attention to what was going on. But I was able to rewatch the show in the middle of the night when Paramount Plus put it on the app, and that's something that I frequently do. Like, I watch episodes sometimes multiple times because I'll miss something, or there's something in strategy that I wanted to watch before, and I missed it. So basically, it's the same thing. Um, it was busy over my grandmother's house, and basically now I had to rewatch it in the middle of the night, and now I'm up the next morning talking my idea and my perspective of the show. So there you go. But I think it was a good little start to the season. Obviously, there was a ultimate twist when it comes to the first thing being people competing to not be HOH this week. That is probably the biggest thing if we want to talk about what surprised me so much this season so far. That's unexpected. But yeah, so I just want to say that the first episode was pretty okay. But when I'm looking at Big Brother, I really don't count the first episode as really like the good go-to episode, like it's gonna just set it off right. Because no one knows each other in the show, and there isn't no strategy that was talked about. There wasn't there we just watched the first game. There wasn't a game before that. So, and we've watched 4 groups compete to basically be on the block this time. So that was a switch up for us. But for the most part, the first episode was cool. It was cool. But let's talk a few things about this premiere episode here. Let's talk a few things about the premiere episode. So first of all, I thought that the episode was going to be a 1-hour premiere episode. I don't know what CBS be doing these days, where they just be shocking me. I don't know where I didn't hear the fact that the episode was about to be 90 minutes long or anything like that. I'm assuming that the episode was about to be an hour while I'm watching it over my grandmother's house, and it's heading into interfering with my son's bedtime. So I need to rethink this sometimes, where I'm going to go if I'm going to be watching an episode of Big Brother, because he was getting a little cranky. He rubbing his eyes and stuff. I needed to make sure that he was home. So that was another thing why I missed the end of the episodes. I just need to make sure that I got a place, you know? I need to make sure that I got a place to watch my show. Straight like that. The episode was 90 minutes. So, to say, when I watched it again, it was 90 minutes. And sometimes I think that when they do premieres, they actually, and it's a live premiere like it was last night. they be dragging the show unnecessarily long sometimes. Like the first half of the show, we watched everybody, their introduction, them showing their little bios of themselves, and which in fact is kind of like, why does Big Brother do this every year where it just looks so phony? Like they they just walk up to somebody just like, oh wow, I got a key. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna be on Big Brother. You know you was gonna be on Big Brother at some point, because you got all that full face of makeup on, and we at your door and they passing you a key. You knew you was about to be on Big Brother. Like that whole scene, I want to see the actual audition videos. I want to see the room of executives and producers choosing the cast, from looking at the audition videos. If it's going to be like that, where the real talk, where the real decision making when it comes to that, huh? Actually, I really don't care to see that type of stuff, but the phoniness of the bios at the beginning of Big Brother episodes are always kind of like, what? Did they really have to be this stereotypical, especially when it comes to the personalities of people? Like, is this really how you live? Why does Red have to dress like he is wearing a cowboy hat? And he could honestly really live that life, and that could just be me because I live in Baltimore City. Honestly, I don't see nobody that look like Red. But honestly, like the way that Big Brother would pick their cast sometimes, it would be so super stereotypical and the same type of character sometimes that I just would always assume that that's the type of person that I'm about to see on Big Brother every year. It was to a point where the black guy on Big Brother would look like the same type of black guy. Or we always have a dumb blonde or something, somebody who's a dog, like it's the stereotypes all the time. So as I'm watching the show and they do the bios and the introduction videos for everyone, they really be fitting like some type of stereotype. I guess for us as viewers to kind of click with their personalities in some type of way and relate it to what we already see on television. But anyway, it's weird when you watch it. It's supposed to be reality TV, It's kind of weird. But watching those intro videos, we got a glimpse of what everybody is and what they're coming to bring for the new season. And I don't know if there was anybody's videos that kind of stuck with me the most at all. But as I'm watching the show, my mother, while I'm watching it with her, she did point out that Riley has a very bubbly personality. And through her personality, through her intro video, it made us be intrigued to watch her gameplay because she seems friendly. She seems like she might have a cool social game. And then while we watched her compete in the episode last night, she held her ground. She's not one of the nominees this week. Riley is somebody that I think that we have a little eye on so far in Big 20 and Big Brother 25. So I think out of all the personality videos that I've watched on Big Brother this year so far in this season, Riley, she stuck out the most, and she's interesting to. I think she's interesting to watch so far. But anyway, the every year Big Brother always says that they got the biggest twist ever, and it's something new. We've never done this before. But I don't know. After you dissect some certain episodes and certain things, they in the more recent years they've been saying that and still taking games in different strategies or different things that they did in other seasons and putting them in the season, saying that they never did it before. I don't know. Like this season's like they're recycling stuff from past seasons this season for their show. So like Right now, they're labeling it the multiverse, and honestly, everything on television, on in movies, in the world is about the multiverse right now. So I understand the theme. We go on with what pop culture is leading us to, multiverse stuff. So basically, Big Brother is going to be divided into 4 sections this year, and we're watching it being played with the 4 universes that we saw in the past before on Big Brother. Apparently, we have the BB comic verse, which is literally we see that almost on every season because we see a comic game being played every season of Big Brother, where they turn the cast members into comic book characters. To have an entire universe be in this season in the house, then we're just doing the same thing that we've already been doing every season, changing the rooms in the house, like we change the backyard every season for the game. Anyway, but the BB comic verse is one multiverse that we have. The second multiverse is the Humiliverse. The third multiverse is the Scary verse. And the fourth multiverse is the Scramble verse. All of these are supposed to cause chaos this season in the Big Brother house, because I guess we're just taking different themes and we're taking these themes and making different games from these themes this year. So that's cool. At the beginning of the episode, we saw people from the past episodes, Danielle, Brittany, and Frankie, come into the house to stir up the Big Brother house. So that's why we are watching the house being played in a multiverse type of way, I guess, because they came and they're supposed to be trying to take back their victory. And while I'm watching the show and speaking to my mother, she's saying, "Oh no, they're gonna bring back some old players." I don't know if we're gonna bring back old players or not. It wouldn't be surprising because Big Brother has done that so many times before. So if they decide to bring back an old player, that's alright. But it's tiring. They haven't done it probably in a while now. I mean, the most recent seasons they haven't done it, but that is tiring to keep bringing back a veteran player. So let's say, what in the world? Why do that? I guess we can get them to come in to host games. And it'll satisfy the fans of America just to see someone else come back to host a game. They don't gotta come back and play the game. I don't understand it. I'm tired of that happening, honestly. Very much so. So in hopes of them making a difference and not doing anything like that this year, and them not bringing someone that we would assume that they will want to bring back, we're watching them bring 2 people, or what they said prior to this premiere episode was they were bringing 2 people that are relatives of Survivor players, which is, I guess, another way to bring something they would consider a veteran type of playing, but it's not, because these people haven't played Big Brother, so they're not veterans of it at all. They're just new people, but I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to relate it to Survivor in some type of way, always, honestly, because Survivor, Amazing Race, that's just CBS stuff, you know? Yeah, we gotta have everybody, someone from each show on, interchangeably be on each show these days. But anyway, while the games in this first episode were split into these 4 sections, we saw people compete this year for the first time, not to be head of household this year, because that's usually how it always is, and we always see kind of the downfall of the head of household's decision the first week. So I guess this is why we're seeing a new gameplay for the first time in history of Big Brother be this. The first time in history that instead of being competing the first episode or the first week to be head of household, we're competing the first episodes to not be on the block, which changes strategy now. And we don't know how it changes it that much yet because this is the first episode. This is like they literally just walked in the house last night at 8 o'clock. So I wouldn't even be able to say that we know what the strategy would be. And I think probably immediately, maybe afterwards, of them getting to know each other and knowing and realizing who's really on the block, we'll start to see how that affects the game right now. And it's 4 people on the block. 4 people on the block competing in all these things. First game was the BB Commons game, and we learned that the first loser of Big Brother first week nomination game is Jared. Boo! Jared, man. I was talking about Jared on the last episode, and I was interested to see how Jared would play based off of his looks. And also, he was a black guy, so I was like, I'm rooting for not the black guy being on the block the first time based off of what the HOH decides. Well, we have no HOH. The HOH decides nothing. Your fate is in your own hands this week. And that sucks because Jared is on the block this week. Not only is Jared on the block, we in the competition for the Humiliverse, we was given Kirsten. Kirsten is also on the block. Kirsten, she's just a little sweet little girl to me. She looks so sweet. And when she played that competition, the competition for the Humiliverse was like you had to kick your butt 100 times, use the machine to kick your butt. That girl, poor girl. Poor girl. Honestly, she was struggling. And I think if she do get a chance to stay in the Big Brother house, she gonna bulk up because she's skinny mini. There was no muscularness in her in that competition. That's why I saw that she was struggling. And Matt, he beasted that competition. Man, all you saw was his muscles. He was the first one to reach it to 100 in that competition, to kick his butt 100 times. Man, he made it look like it felt good. But so sad for Kirsten, and I hope she can talk her way through this. I don't know, but she just looks so sweet, and my impressions of her is it kind of makes me, I don't want to say, but she kind of looks a little timid for me. So I don't know about Kirsten getting very far past the first week. We'll see in her gameplay this week. I'm interested in seeing her gameplay right now. And she also said that she's a girl's girl. So Kirsten is walking into the game saying that she is possibly wanting to have a girls' alliance, which we know never ever works. Never ever works. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it lets you know that in society, women work with each other, but also can work against each other. That's all that message shows. But anyway, I want to be positive about her making a female alliance if she does. But she already on the block, so who gonna want to be in the alliance with her anyway? I don't know. She got to have some good social gameplay. For the third competition, I think was the Scrambleverse, and the person who lost the Scrambleverse competition was Felicia. I don't know if her name is Felicia because when I was listening to the show, Julie said her name was Felicia. So I don't know if her name is Felicia or Felicia. To me, I know Felicia. So anyway, Felicia, she lost that competition. That competition supposed to be something that is humiliating. I guess she humiliated herself with the gooey boom, and it got on her face like everybody else. She didn't humiliate. She didn't humiliate herself. Everybody had to get the gooey boom, poured on them, but she didn't. She was last to try to detonate the bomb, and so she lost the competition. Felicia is the first person, not first person. Felicia is the oldest person. My bad. Felicia is the oldest person in the Big Brother house at 65 years old. And as we all know, usually the old person is on the block the first week. And yeah. I want to see her gameplay. Maybe let's see how socially she is. Does she become the mom like I predicted in my last podcast? Like I said that she could play the mom figure. Does she become the mom figure this week, being on the block? Or do people just want to get rid of her already? Because like, what can you do? What can you do? We'll see. The social game aspect of this is very important right now. Now that there isn't an HOH involved at all. Like I feel like these people competed and then they immediately gotta put a plea in to stay in the house. And it's sad because we don't know nobody. You like kind of begging for your spot, and you're putting you're on the showcase because people are watching you, kind of to see what they should vote for, who they should vote out. In a way, I don't know. You can't be avoidant, or people can't avoid you. Like you gotta mingle in there in some type of way. But just know that you probably kind of might live in some guilt because you're ostracizing yourself because you lost the competition yourself. Everything's on yourself. I can only imagine how those people feel right now after the first night of being in the Big Brother house. Like, whoa. The last competition, the fourth competition, was the Scaryverse, and Corey, who is a relative of a Survivor player, was the first one to be dragged off of the stage. Apparently in this game, you had to hold on for dear life and not be dragged away, or you would go into the abyss and no one would know where you are for who knows what amount of time. Corey was the first to be pulled away, was not strong enough to hold the grip to keep himself safe from the Scaryverse. Bye-bye, Corey. So now, here we are. Corey is now the fourth person that is on the block. The fourth person on the block. Bye. With these 4 nominees, how do I feel about them? Like I said, I don't really know anything right now. And because this is the first week, it's like I don't really immerse myself into watching the live feeds. I don't want to spend all of this time kind of getting to know you. Honestly, I don't want to watch the live feeds this year until I feel the urge to just watch the live feeds. I watch the live feeds when I'm bored. I like to watch updates on YouTube the most though. Like there'll be like things that pop up that show me little clips of what's happening. I like watching those more than live feeds. And if I don't see anything pop up soon on my timeline on YouTube to let me know what's going on in the house, or if I don't watch the live feeds right now, I'm just going to wing it based off of what I see that production is showing me from the episodes that they create. And I don't know nothing right now. So we just going to keep it at that. I'm going to go with the flow, and we just know that the next episode is on Sunday. So I think we usually do Thursday night. Thursday is usually an eviction night, but because we had a live episode for Wednesday night, I'm pretty sure we will not have a live episode for the next day. We're not going to sit here and watch Big Brother again live. They're not going to vote anyone out based off of the fact that they don't even know nothing about each other right now. We got to have them be in the house a few days, getting to know each other 24/7. We probably got to do this veto competition that might be held on I think Sunday, and then um, I guess we'll be meeting back up next Thursday. I don't know. I ain't listened to the last little bit at the end of the episode where Julie was talking about what we do. I just think that the next eviction date is next Thursday. Who knows what's going to happen with the head? Oh, Sunday. Sunday is the head of household competition. So we have people on the block already, and then we get in the head of household after we've already got people on the block. That's the difference. After we have people on the block, the head of household is being chosen. So let's see. The head of household will probably have say-so in the veto competition. So the head of household is still a big play this week. And we will see as the week plays out how the head of household will affect the game after nominees were made already. I want to know what the head of household competition will be. Will people throw this competition? Like, and are they going to play this competition like immediately after the one we just saw? Like, I don't know. The head of household competition, I think it all in timing in the game. If they decide to do the head of household competition, like say they decided to do it on Friday, that gave them Thursday, basically the rest of Wednesday night, Thursday. And if they decided to do the competition like maybe the middle of Friday, that basically gave them until Friday to kind of get to know each other. So the dynamic could change. Somebody could decide to possibly throw a competition now and use that in their strategy. You know, who wants to be the first HOH? I know if I ever play Big Brother, I don't want to be the first HOH. I don't want the responsibility and the choice of taking somebody on off the block, putting them on the block. I don't want none of that. And even though they didn't put somebody on the block this year, I wouldn't want to be responsible for taking you off the block if I won veto. I don't want to play in the veto competition. I'm throwing everything the first week because I don't want the responsibility. Me knowing how society works, I knew that I probably would never be able to do that coming into the house, you know, because it's just always been odds against minorities. But I feel as though now I would not go in there playing. I would go in there throwing that competition, and I just want to see who gonna go for it, who gonna go for it. We're gonna see that on Sunday, I guess. Honestly, I think every week there's supposed to be like a big twist that's gonna happen, and usually that's how it goes on a Big Brother. Like Julie just pops up and be like, "Oh, we got a twist this week," you know. The big twist this week, or the big twist so far in the game to expect that is the unexpected, is the fact that Jared did not come alone in this process of coming into Big Brother. Our first nominee did not come alone. He actually already has an alliance in the game, and it is his mom, 4-time survivor player, Cirie Fields. So Cirie Fields is now playing in the Big Brother house with everybody. She didn't compete in. Well, I don't know. Is she really playing in the game? She might be playing in the game. I think she is another contestant that's playing in the game. She was in the Big Brother house, and after they finished competing in the game, so she didn't even get a chance, or she didn't. She has the advantage of not even being on the block. I don't know how that's going to affect her gameplay when it comes to Sunday. Is she going to be able to play for Pit of Household? Is she going to be able to play for Veto? We don't know. I don't even know if she really even going to be playing the game. We don't even know for sure, because the way they ended the show, she just was in there drinking some wine or champagne or something. Like they about to introduce themselves around the table type stuff, you know? Cirie Fields, she has the disadvantage in the game right now, coming into this game right at that moment, you know? And I feel sad for her if she coming in there. Like it's a disadvantage. She never even played Big Brother, and they already treating her like she a veteran and played Big Brother. That ain't fair. She knew just like all of them. And I it's just the fact that she has an alliance. Her and Jared, her son. And I wonder if they're going to run with that. They look alike. They look exactly alike. So, I mean, they can't run from that. They can't run from the fact that they mother and son. So, we'll see. We will see how that goes. If if that's going to save Jared, or if that's ultimately going to put his mom on the block with him when the veto competition comes. Who knows? But it's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm intrigued with it, and we will see how it goes. Anyway, I think this is probably a good start. I felt good about the first episode again. I'm ready for another episode. I'm not watching the live feeds yet. I really do not know everyone's name yet. It literally probably takes me a week or two to kind of learn everybody's names. There's literally like 16, 17 people in the Big Brother house right now. So, I don't remember all of them people until drama. Somebody do something in the game that's going to make me remember them. So far, these are the things that's making me remember them because they're on the block. They lost the game. They lost that competition. These are things that's making me remember them and the significance. Everybody else, I feel bad for because they don't have this type of way for us to see their potential yet. We just literally got to watch the show. So, with that being said, I look forward to watching the next episode on Sunday. I don't really know when my next episode, my next podcast will come out. Like I said, I think that I want to do a podcast a week. I'm not like a lot of these other BB podcasters that's going to come on every single time to talk about the Big Brother episodes. But I do understand breaking news, and if I find out some breaking information, the importance of coming in and talking to you guys about what I see. Yes, I do understand that. But I'm going to stick on to probably once a week. So next time you probably see me post might be next Wednesday, guys. Next Wednesday. But anyway, if you want to stay tuned to when I do post, the best bet is to subscribe so you can be notified when I get posts. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my blog. In the description of where you are listening to this podcast, you will see that there is an option for you to subscribe to my blog. There's a link. So please visit my website, www.docscancellllc.com, and subscribe so that you can be up to date with not only the Doctor's Note podcast, but you can also learn some more about Docs Cancel Media and arts and Baltimore culture by subscribing to my blog. So there you go. But there's that. I enjoyed the first episode. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and please tune in to the next episode. We out.